So we want to wrap up on the open spaces. Does anyone have anything that they talked about that they liked in the open spaces that you want to share with the group? Anybody? Anybody? I know it's a very thin group right now. This is usually what happens because everyone's like, it's open spaces, I can leave early. But you notice there's only one vendor left, one sponsor left. Oh, okay, good job up there. So nobody has, Bill, what did you go to?
So let's see, I went to the burnout.
Yep.
And I went to the on-call rotations.
Those are kind of related.
Yeah, just a little bit of, yeah, those was a little fun.
Anything you like from those? No.
Sure, I don't know.
I'm totally putting you on the spot on purpose.
Yeah, thanks for that.
All right, so.
You're trying to make me dance.
Yep. All right, so we'll move on. Thank you. Awesome. That seems to be a recurring theme. We talked a lot about compliance yesterday in like maybe 1 or 2 sessions as well. So it's kind of interesting that we see these trends start to pop up. We should probably like catalog these open spaces for more events, and we would probably could actually open our own analyst firm, right? And be like, these are what the people are wanting to talk about.
We could call it Jardner.
Is that like a jargon Gartner?
It's my bad joke of the day. I used my allotment up. So if I make
Really?
another bad joke, you can kick me.
You use your allotment of bad jokes up or your good jokes up?
Good jokes might still be coming. We'll see.
All right, so we're going to do something different. I don't know if a DevOps Days has done this, but we're going to do kind of an on-the-spot retrospective. So I'm going to put more people on the spot again and make you feel uncomfortable. All right, so... Oh, Chicago did it. I wasn't at Chicago this year. Okay, so who knows how to do retrospectives? Few of you. All right, good. So for those of you who don't, a typical DevOpsian retrospective just covers 3 things, right? It talks about what should we start doing, what should we stop doing, and what should we continue doing, okay? So in the terms of this conference, for most of you, this was your first DevOps Days ever. So when we start planning for 2016, what should we start doing that we didn't do this year? My one thing is that we should get better air freshener in the men's bathroom. And it wasn't necessarily the attendees' problem, it's more of a venue problem, but we'll work on that next year, so we'll start doing that. Warner, what?
Crosstalk, yeah, groups and they're talking. There's a lot of crosstalk, a lot of audio issues, you can't hear each other.
Crosstalks and audio issues. Is that during the main presentation? During the open sessions, yeah. So that's why I think last night, or today we tried to move one of them and have less down here. Did that work better today, or was that?
I think because of the,
there were still a lot of people back here talking during the sessions.
Okay.
So it made it very difficult. I think maybe we pushed people out the doors, that may have helped, but I'm still not sure.
Awesome.
And keep in mind, we have a mic up here, and I'm willing to take the mic to you as well. So feel free to wait for a mic.
Well, you should take that out and down.
Yeah.
And then stick it into people's faces.
I don't have a solution, but I don't think people voted with their feet enough. I saw a lot of people like sticking through sessions that they didn't look necessarily super engaged in, which is like okay if you thought it was going to get better. But I think the key to making open spaces successful is having that voting with your feet.
Yeah, so we need to start encouraging the butterflies and bumblebees. Part of the problem is the person who opened open spaces probably could have made some improvements around explaining butterflies and bumblebees.
Well,
I think also from a stop perspective, the way the chairs were set up, it trapped you, right? I mean, look at that space right there, and it's like, yeah, you're not going anywhere. Next person.
I might get lynched right out of the room for this, but I don't see a need to really have Wi-Fi. It was a hindrance anyway, and then people are just on their phones or on their laptops working. And if you have access to your work, you're going to be tempted to work and not learn stuff from the conference.
Good point. Well, he actually liked the Wi-Fi not working, and I'm kind of like on point with him
just
about
get rid of
that.
it. We don't need it. I mean, if you really are coming here and you're connecting to work and your work, and then what are you at the conference for?
Yeah, so it rubs both ways. So unfortunately, some of us have to get on calls.
Some people are covering for their services back home.
Yeah, and we absolutely cannot get out of it. And then sometimes we just need to be better.
So we should just charge for Wi-Fi and then
Charge for Wi-Fi, yeah. That'd be good. And then you could expense it because you're doing work, right? And then it'd be like, wait, you don't want me to expense it, then don't make me get on a call while I'm at a conference.
But my tweets won't load as fast.
Tweets won't load as fast.
Go upstairs where there's better stuff we could.
All right, let's do a couple more starts, or we just keep it going. Just remember.
I'm gonna add one
start,
while
stop,
we're
continue.
here. I'm gonna add
Go
one.
for it.
So for the open talks, I think it'd be good if we could actually do the 5-minute pitches. Like I know we wrote them up today, but we actually didn't have people like talk about them, just to be
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, this is, even if it's just real quick, you know, just a brief summary of what they want to talk about, because it is kind of hard to read 3 sentences or 2 words and understand what that talk's going to be about.
I know
so,
what the topic, yeah.
Yeah, just have a little bit more context into the topic. What else? Anybody else? I got it. We're good. Cool. Yep.
Just having the ability to talk at the after party would be awesome.
Yes.
We were trying to get Bill to start dancing. Come on.
I know, he won't do it next year. It's not even dancing, dude. It's just
No,
like
that's a
moving
good
your shoulders
point.
and
That's a good
raising your
point.
hand.
Was there anything with parking or anything? I know we had some concerns about that just with the venue because there's only 150 spaces. Anybody that had to walk the 0.7 miles from a local anything?
She walked. Sorry.
You did? But you're like, I loved it though, right? And you're like, I'm a healthy guy. Okay.
I mean, it is
Yeah,
a
I
beautiful
left
part of
early.
Columbus to walk through.
I left early yesterday because I parked far away. It was getting dark, starting to rain, and I didn't want to be running and by myself. You know.
Yeah, for
Maybe I
sure.
didn't need to worry about that, but I was parked kind of far.
Okay. I just want to see if actually anybody had any problems with that.
Directionally correctly formatted name tags.
Ah.
What is that?
Yeah,
Oh.
they were originally right. We don't know what happened there. But, yeah. Yeah, that was the intention, the upside down part there. Yeah. Dubs?
$1, Bob.
What?
Nah, I've always wanted to do that. Price is right.
$1, Bob?
I have no idea what's going on there.
$1, Bob. You know, like Price is Right?
Showcase Showdown.
Oh.
You even got the cord. One of the things that I would keep is I like the length of the presentations. Like 30 minutes, I feel like is good for keeping your attention. I've been to one that are like hour and 15 minutes, and it's like 90% of people are on their phones by the end of it. So I would keep that length.
Yeah, that's good. What'd you guys think of the Ignite, or what did everyone think of the Ignites? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep them. Some people have never seen that format before, so. Anything else?
It's the first time I've ever done that, and it's really nice to be able to talk to a bunch of people that are doing the same thing you are and see if they're
Good.
So the really interesting thing about the open sessions, the open spaces, is that each one of these that you go to, it's different. And especially where you're at in the world when you go to one of these, is that culturally, it doesn't always, like, speaking up, like the guy who was talking about Austria and the Indian relations and how they're just so different. And so I was interested to see how it played out here. What was really interesting is, like, there was a lot of things proposed, right? We had a lot of rooms, and I was kind of worried about filling it up, but everyone did excellent at proposing topics. And then everyone did excellent of, like, those circles were packed. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Just congratulations to the attendees for making that work. Because it's all up to the attendees to make that work.
Did you guys think 2 days was too much, or would 1 day have been better? Did you guys think it was the right amount? 2 days? 2 days, all right.
Someone earlier suggested that these tall tables you put up here as well, so there's additional seating
Yeah.
kind of up way around, so you can kind of sit with the tall table and kind of two sides of you.
Yeah. So one thing I wasn't a huge fan of is the Loft, mainly because it looked like it was so sparsely populated down here because there were so many people up there.
Yeah.
As long as you're up here and you can realize it's like I'm not just talking to 5 people.
And the walls were made for a bar upstairs. Those two bar girls were very
It's always more fun to talk to a full room.
So the event on-site or off-site? Yeah, so a lot of times conferences and DevOps days will have the event somewhere else. The party, the after party, the thing that happened last night.
I like it on site, maybe the volume not quite as loud, as it was just on talk, and then just kind of mention it early in the day and say we're having drinks or dancing or whatever at 5.
Yeah.
Because people did leave as soon as that last whatever was over.
Yeah.
And emphasize that there's more to come to be social if you want.
Yeah, part of that is a thing about Columbus, right? Because
Yeah.
you know I live 15 miles away. Sure. Everyone lives far for the most
Yeah,
part.
that was my biggest concern, right? It's not like a destination thing right now, like where we're all going to Vegas for this.
Yeah.
Right? So like if you're all in
have
Vegas, you're all
nothing
going to
to do.
party afterwards, right? But when you all live within half an hour of here, right? Everybody has kids and stuff they need to
Yeah.
do. So we had concerns over just having an evening event because of that. But we did. We
Bring
talked
the
about that
kids and the
actually, about
family
maybe
to the
using
evening
spouses
events.
next
That
year.
is an
or-
excellent idea. And I
Yeah.
don't know if I've actually seen a DevOps Days that does that. Minneapolis? Oh, that's right. They did it this year. I debate that. Yeah, but nobody brought their
Oops.
kids. Very small.
I
Do
have,
you want to debate this?
sorry. I have seen other conferences do that too, where it's a great opportunity to bring in additional coworkers and things of that nature just for the after event. That way they don't actually have to take off, but can still get a chance to meet and people at network.
Yeah, for sure.
Just talking with someone, I forget whose idea it was, but I really like this. Something we could do is invite, publicize the event. I think it was actually Mike.
Mine. Yeah, sorry.
But publicize the event. Invite the technology community to the party, but those who actually, paid and attended, they get the open bar and all that. But those who come in as guests have to pay. That way we can open up to the world at large.
No, you got to give the drinks away for free. Because that's how you get people here.
Give it discounted.
No, I think. I like the idea. So I like the idea of bringing in external people who didn't necessarily go to the conference, because part of what you pay for at the conference is you pay to get the knowledge, right? It's part of the price of admission, at least in some conferences, right?
I just worry about the bar tab if 200 people show up, right?
We'll be fine. That's why you have sponsors.
Thank you, Chef. I'll remember that next year.
That's why Pivotal's a sponsor and they show up.
$10 door charge, right, for the after party.
Yeah, no, I think we can make it work. But you have an excellent idea, except for the charging people. All right, so a couple more ideas, and then we should wrap this thing up. Keep having great AV. Okay. Yeah, the AV has went really well. Thank you so much. Most people's laptops worked right away when you plugged it in. That's important. Sound is good. Ooh.
Yeah, we did have a problem with that. Even the ping pong table. Really? That one didn't work. work. That one game that we had there, I know I'm a little disappointed in that, guys.
So early on, we had actually thought about renting out 16-bit, or at least I did in my head, and I don't know if I actually ever shared that with anyone.
No, we did. We talked about it. We talked about it.
Yeah. So have you been to 16-bit? Yeah. So like that could actually be kind of a cool. But we tried to recreate 16-bit a little bit.
Yeah.
And you've got the dog place, Frank's right beside it. There's also dogs in there. Do you ever eat those?
No.
The one on the 16th on 4th Street. Have you eaten that one?
Oh no, there's one down here, but they don't serve food. They didn't serve food.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think Michael wants to close us out.
Just real quick, right before Michael closes out. Thanks, man. So,
Warner, shut up.
a hand for Michael Ducey and all he's done for us during the conference.
Everyone knows you get a free ebook, right? Like you can go to this URL and you probably can find it through the search as well. And you get a free ebook, so just make sure that you all know that. Take a picture of it. O'Reilly generously donated.
Can we get a copy of the slides?
We can email it out with the.
Yeah, we'll probably have to put the slides out there as well as this, because we have all the registration emails, so as long as you're registered, we have them.
So we're actually recording all of this. So we're going to publish the videos, and we'll be able to send out the link to the videos once we get them published. We'll send them out to those who registered on the Eventbrite link. $5. $5 for no video. So some stuff I wanted to mention. We have all sorts of things going on in the Columbus community. If you're from Columbus or if you live in Ohio, some things coming up soon. We have Loft of Columbus, November 23rd. It's going to be a presentation about Mesos, Apache Mesos. We have a holiday event coming up, and this is a holiday event that's all the different user groups collaborating. We have Koa, we have the Python group, the .NET group, the Java group, Loft of Columbus, DevOps Columbus. We're all getting together and throwing a big party. It's going to be on December 4th. We have the next DevOps Columbus meeting, which is going to be December 8th. And all those things are going on all the time. Now, if you're from out of town and you want to visit Columbus, happen to be in Columbus, and want to present about something you're doing and share with the community here, always reach out to us. We have opportunities to present at all sorts of different things going on. We'll send out links to these events so you don't have to keep them memorized. Outside of that, well, welcome Michael Schwartzbach.
Hey guys, we got a large captive audience here, I know. But really, I just want to thank you guys all for being here and sticking around. I've had a lot of great conversations over the last 2 days. It's been great to get out and talk with everyone. Some of the biggest things that I guess I want to make sure that we hit home and kind of summarize about this is that a lot of them have been like, oh, DevOps, it's just a marketing term. We're already doing all that anyhow, right? DevOps isn't really something. It's just something people came up with. And I'm hoping through this experience and folks coming here that have learned about that that's really not the case. This is really about the culture that we're trying to change in our workplace and how we do things, how we value people over, getting a ticket in and just getting something done. So I want to make sure that, you guys are kind of aware of, I guess, that aspect of it, right? That this is a very cultural thing. And I think a lot of the speakers have talked that, which I'm going to thank them very much for being here. We had a lot of great talks. The second thing is, automation and driving that automation skill set in, and so that we are spending time on value add items, which really allows us to understand the context of what we're working on. And then the third thing is the way that we work, right? So you heard a lot of things talking about Agile and how DevOps is using Kanban and Scrum. And if, those are the three things that you walk out of here with is the way that we work, automation, and culture. Those are kind of the three big hitting points that I think you'll hear resonate through all the speaker conversations and all the talks that we've had over the last 2 days. So see what you can do to try and change something. That's the other thing that I would say is try it. Give it a try. It seems drastic, I know, but just give it a try. Do a retro on it. have a little bit of time to incubate, and I think you'll see success. So that being said, I'd also like to thank our sponsors for being here, if there are any here still. But thank you for being here, as well as the organizers. I would like you to come back up on stage just to thank you all for all of our hard work to try and get this event put off. So if you can, please come. If you're here, please come up and give a bow. We know Bill wants to do that. But really, without this team, guys, we wouldn't have had. Yeah. But we wouldn't have had the conference without the folks, these guys. So thank them. So that is all. You're free to go, everyone. Have a good evening. Be safe driving home. We'll see you next year.